Hey everybody. We've been working a lot with one-step equations involving multiplication and division in class lately. Tonight we're going to work on using those skills to solve real-world situations, to find amounts in different kinds of word problems. Our first problem here, we have a blimp that travels 300 miles in 7.5 hours. We want to write and solve an equation to find the speed of the blimp. Now, some of you may remember from science that the distance an object moves is equal to the rate of the object times the time that it travels, right? D represents the distance. R represents the rate. You can also call that the speed that it travels. And T represents the time that the object is traveling. So in this case, we know a couple of things. We're looking for the speed. It says find the speed. We know that it travels 300 miles in 7.5 hours. So we can write an equation using this information. We know that the distance is 300 miles is equal to the speed, that's r, times the time, is 7.5 hours. Or another way we could think about this is 300 equals 7.5 r. Now, to solve this equation, 7.5 times r, we're just going to divide by 7.5, and we get r equals 40. Now, it's important to think about what we're actually finding here. Because we did miles, that was the 300 miles divided by hours, our answer is 40 miles per hour. In our second example, we are looking at baseball. It takes a baseball 0.4 seconds to travel from the pitcher's mound to home plate, which is 60.5 feet away. We want to write and solve an equation to find the speed of the baseball. So once again, we're looking for the speed. Find the speed. I'm going to underline what we're looking for. I'm going to put a box around my numbers that I'm going to need. So once again, we can use our distance equation. The distance, in this case, is 60.5 feet, is equal to the speed times the time, 0.4 seconds. So I'm going to rewrite that because I like to have my variable come after the coefficient. Now, to solve this, once again, we have multiplication over here on the right, so we're going to divide by 0.4. And we get r is equal to 151.25. Now once again, we have to look at what we're working with here. We divided the amount of feet, 60.5 feet, by the number of seconds, 0.4. So our answer here is going to be 151.25 feet per second. So every second, that baseball would travel 151.25 feet. Here we have a geometry problem. The area of a triangle is 42. If the height is 7, write and solve an equation to find the length of the base. Now, in any type of geometry problem, I always like to draw a picture. So I know I have a triangle. So we can draw that. Now we know that the height is 7, and we are looking for the base. So I'm going to use B to represent the base. That's the distance along the bottom. Now we know that the area is equal to 42, and we also know that the area of a triangle is equal to 1/2 times the base times the height. So I can put this information in here. I know my area is 42, and I know this is equal to 1/2 times b times 7. Now I'm going to reorganize this a little bit. I'm going to put 42 equals 1/2 times 7 times b. Now I can multiply 1/2 times 7, and that's going to give me 3.5 b. And now that I have my equation nice and simplified, 42 equals 3.5 b, I can divide by 3.5, and I get b equals 12. The length of the base on this triangle is 12 units. Alright, here's our last example. You go out to eat for dinner with 4 friends. You decide to split the bill evenly, and each person ends up paying $12.50. Write and solve an equation to find the total bill for the group. So we're trying to find the total bill for the group. And we can use a variable to represent that. Let's say B represents the total bill. Now, I know that everybody ended up paying $12.50. So at the end it came out to $12.50 per person. And what I can do to find that is I can take the total bill and divide it by the number of people. Now here's where a lot of people are going to make a mistake. They're going to do b divided by 4 because they see a 4 in the problem. But it's actually you go out to eat for dinner with 4 friends. So how many people are there? There's 5 people that are at this dinner. So it's the total bill divided by 5 people equals $12.50 per person. Now to solve this, draw a line there. Now this is b divided by 5. We're going to use the inverse operation. We're going to multiply by 5, and we get b equals 62.50. B equals $62.50. That was the total bill for the meal. Alright, that's our last example. Go ahead, finish up your notes. Don't forget to submit it through Canvas, and I will see you all in class tomorrow. Have a good night.